continue the conversation around preparing young people for the future of jobs. And of course, that was a hot topic out of the World Economic Forum that's concluded in Davos, Switzerland. And I am now joined by Erin Ryan, who's Dainfern College top performer, as well as Paris Malindi, a top Cambridge A-level achiever. Thank you both for joining me. I must say, I feel a little intimidated by you guys. Super smart. Erin, congratulations for being a top performer. Perhaps just talk us through the kind of year you had in 2023 getting through matric.
It was definitely a busy year. There was a lot of work, but at the end of the day, if you want to achieve good marks, you just have to sit down and get the work done.
And Paris, you're doing the A-levels. How different are they from how Erin prepares for then those results?
Yeah, so the Cambridge curriculum is quite different, in especially the subjects as well. So where Erin would have done 10 or 8 subjects in IEB, we actually do 3 or 4. So there's a lot less subjects, but we go a lot more in-depth into the subjects. So it's also nice to know that you're really getting a deep understanding. And so in terms of the year, also, it's because we go so in-depth, a lot of the topics become quite complex. So also being able to go home and revisit them was a bit challenging, but at the same time, it's an enjoyable challenge because you really get to learn in-depth and actually have a deep understanding of what you're learning about.
Enjoying the challenge of learning.
Exactly,
I love that.
Yeah.
Erin, obviously balancing being a young person, I'm sure you are involved in sports, you have friends, you do have a life outside of school. Tell our viewers at home just some tips on how you manage to balance that, you know, balance your mental health, balance your academics, as well as just having a normal life.
So the main thing is just planning everything out in advance. If I want to spend time with my friends on a Saturday evening, or if I want to go to one of my friends' houses after school, I just have to know that I'm going and know to get my work done in advance so that I can go, and so that I can go without being stressed about any upcoming assignments.
And Paris, we're talking about the future of jobs, and obviously you young people are now about to really step into adulthood and start tracking your life. Do you have any ideas on what you'd like to study and how you started thinking around what you want to study and what you want to do with your life?
Yeah, so I'm lucky. I've known what I wanted to do for quite a while. And you've
stuck with it?
And I've stuck with it,
okay.
Exactly. So it's computer science. So I'm going to go study computer science, and then I aim to become a software engineer. And so, as you say, in the technology space, it's quite changing a lot of innovation. So sticking to and staying up to date with all the trends is very important. That was something that if you don't keep caught up, you can fall behind quite easily. So just keeping up with the trends, and luckily enough, I knew exactly what I was doing. And I was able to make sure that I do the small things. So even though I had the big goal in mind, just doing small things to lead me up there. As I said, staying up to date. So maybe if I read one article a day, even though it's small, it's helping me push to the end goal. Yeah.
And do you think that, you know, sticking and knowing what you wanted to do earlier on in your high school or primary school education helped you to kind of, you know, be more focused when it comes to your academics?
No, definitely, especially with choosing the subjects. As I said, Cambridge, we only go down to 3 subjects in the end. So, of course, there's many choices. So knowing exactly which 3 you wanted to specialize in and knowing what you want to do helped a lot. And then also in terms of finding the external opportunities, because especially Dainfern, they offer a lot of opportunities. And so knowing which ones to take because you know what you want to do was quite helpful. Yeah.
And Erin, what is your trajectory looking like over the next 5-10 years? Do you have an idea, or are you winging it like some of us?
I'm hoping to study virology at UCT. I think COVID-19 has really made me think about diseases and potentially curing them. So I think that industry has a lot of potential for me, and I completely agree with what Paris said about setting your goals early, because I knew what I wanted to do when I was in grade 8, and it really helped me achieve my goals to the best of my potential.
And maybe just tell us a little bit about how important your support structures are around you. You know, speaking to your vice principal, I can be a helicopter parent. So perhaps for parents like myself out there watching, just the kind of support that helps you get to where you need to be, but also maybe where we should step back a little bit.
I think a support system is very important. High school can be extremely overwhelming sometimes, and the workload is very heavy. I don't think I would have been able to make it through without the support of my mother and all of my teachers who helped me along the way. So definitely just helping children know when to step back and relax, as well as just supporting them when they're stressed and just caring for them is all that really matters.
And perhaps a similar question, but perhaps maybe targeted to your peers on how they can ensure that, you know, they do reach out and get the support that they need, especially as Erin said, that school can be tough and it can be overwhelming. Steps you've taken to just ensure that your support structures know when they are needed.
Yeah. No, I think communication obviously is very important, and it helps to know exactly what you need, because it's hard to look for support when you don't know exactly what you need. So I think taking the time to understand what you think would help, and then from there it becomes quite easy, because once you've identified, okay, I think I need more teacher one-on-one time, then you can go to the teacher. Or if you find out that actually I need some more space, because also sometimes with the work being so overwhelming, you can struggle from burnout or being too involved. So I think taking the time to identify what exactly your issue is allows you to clearly find what support structures you need, and then go and speak to whoever would help best with that.
And before I let you go, Erin, please tell me you're doing something fun before you head back to UCT. Let me know you're living your best life right now.
Yes, definitely. Meeting up with lots of friends. I have to say goodbye to everyone before I leave. But I think university is going to be very fun as well. Even when you're working, there's a lot of time to have fun, and it is very important part of your life in order to achieve.
And Paris, how are you enjoying the time? You didn't tell us where you're thinking of going after, where you're going to be studying that computer science degree.
So I'm thinking of going to England.
Okay.
So they start in September, so I have sort of a lot of time off. So like Erin said, spending a lot of time with friends, and once they go off to university, traveling and just enjoying the free time before I have to get back to it.
Well, hopefully after a few years, you'll bring some of those skills back home. Thank you so much, both of you, for talking to us. And we hope that young people got some nuggets out of you, especially those who will be writing matric in 2024. And, of course, that's Erin Ryan as well as Paris Malindi, who are top performers at Dainfern College. Apologies for that.